Hi, I'm Crystal Thompson. I am a proud board member of PADS of Elgin, and I am an advocate for those who are facing housing insecurities and those with disabilities.
And I'm Katie Shaw Thompson. I am the still pretty new executive director of PADS of Elgin, which stands for Public Action to Deliver Shelter. And I hope that whoever you are, you have as much fun at work as I do, um, going after serious problems with committed people who care and have a great sense of humor at the same time. I hope you're just as lucky.
Talking about as far as funding, the challenges of state and local funding, and how that's affecting PADS and those that we serve, and that we need our community help to continue to serve those who are most vulnerable.
In particular, we're facing an unexpected shortfall of $20,400 due to recent cuts in the emergency food and shelter grants. And even though this community has showed up for PADS in really important and amazing ways this year, unexpected shortfalls like this put a stress and a strain on our budget, especially in times when expenses keep going up on food and all of the things that it takes to make this place run and to provide for the needs of our clients. You can only cut those expenses so far before it starts to really hurt the program.
An average cost for one day is $44.24, and those services include utilities, rent, food, shelter supplies, our site maintenance, medical supplies, transportation, and telecommunications.
The average weekly cost for one guest for all those services is $309.70 a day. And the average monthly cost at PADS for one guest for all those services is $1,345.70. Those are the expenses we're talking about, struggling to not have to cut down on. We're making it go as streamlined of a budget as we can.
For me, what gives me hope is that for a person who actually used to be a guest at PADS 5 years ago, due to unexpected health issues, and I faced housing insecurity, I'm hopeful because PADS was here for me. PADS provided shelter, more than shelter for me. It provided, it actually, PADS helped save my life and put me on the path to where I am now, being able to be an advocate. So I am hopeful that people that beyond our four walls, our community, is a good community, and that I feel that everyone is reachable, and really people want to help. Sometimes I think we don't know exactly what needs to be done, how we can help. That's why it's important for us to have these conversations. Our community, we're family. We may not know each other, everyone, we may not know each other's names, but one thing about family is beyond the bloodline. And we are the center of the bloodline of this community of Elgin. And in order to make sure that we continue to thrive and to help those who are in need, we need our community's help. And I am hopeful by having these conversations that we will continue to get the help that we need.
I think along the same line, it's the public that gives me hope. It's that support. I think we live in a community that understands that we're stronger together, that caring for the well being of one person or one household is a way of caring for all of our well being. The whole network, the whole community is served in serving people who are experiencing homelessness. And I believe we are a community that cares and that we show up for each other as best we can every day, all the time.
So our direct ask is, again, we're facing an unexpected 20,400 funding gap.
Absolutely. I think you and I were talking about how our problems can seem so overwhelming
Mm-hmm.
all the time. And I often think about the gap between how I want things to be and how they are today.
Yes.
And I cannot bridge that by myself.
Right.
And even all of us working together, we can't bridge it today. We can't do everything,
Mm-hmm.
but we could do one thing and one thing at a time. And I think for any one who's watching this who feels helpless to solve all the problems of the world that we see so much now of on our social media and in the news, that's just coming into our homes. If you feel overwhelmed, there are things and actions that we can take every day that help.
Yeah.
And supporting this work is one thing that we can do to support each other. We don't have to do everything, but we can do one thing. And I would encourage folks to think about, if you have the ability, becoming a kind of recurring monthly donor that really helps us not only in this shortfall that we're looking to fill today, but also to make plans for the future to be able to provide for our guests and for the community every day of the year.
So, with as much as we're able to do and have been doing, we need our community now. We need our family to come in and to help us.
And that's what we try to do here every
Yeah.
day. I think we try to be family to each other, to the guests who are here, getting folks into the kind of sustainable housing situations that they need over time, and showing up for them and helping them reach their health and income and housing goals. It's really fulfilling to see somebody reach those goals and get into an apartment or permanent supportive housing situation. And that is the work that we're after here. And just to see the smiles on the faces of the folks who are on their way to meeting their goals like that, that's the work that we get to do here, we get to see, and that you're a part of whenever you're a part of the work of PATH. You show up for each other, for the family. Like that.
Yes. We think about, I talk about a lot about planting seeds and when I'm no longer here, what is it that I've done and that I've left behind? And I would think that all of us at some point have those thoughts, right? It's one thing to say, okay, well, I'm doing for myself or I'm doing for my immediate family or friends. But what type of legacy do you really want to leave? Well, this is one way to know that you are leaving a legacy that goes beyond yourself and your household. If it wasn't for people that invested and believed in helping pads, I wouldn't be sitting here today. It's people that I will never meet, but I know that there are people who are out there that donated, that had a heart for those who were in a situation. So I'm here today being my best self because of those who decided I do want to plant a seed. They planted a seed in my life. So now it's my time. I'm planting a seed by being an advocate. So now it's your time to plant a seed that will grow and continue to grow. And by those seeds being planted, we can make sure that paths continue and we can continue to help those who are in need.
I don't know how to say it better than that, except I think we should get a bigger garden.
we do need a bigger garden.
Yes. Part of it.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.